Thank you, PS, for those very kind words of welcome. My colleague, Honorable Isromi Manuel, Assistant Minister for Finance, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin by thanking all of you, and especially those of you who have cut short your leave to be here. When I was sworn in on Saturday, I said to one of my staff, I said, please do not disturb anyone in the ministry. Let them go and have a good Christmas, enjoy the holiday, and then we will begin the work. I said I've had some very good meetings with the Permanent Secretary. He was kind enough to also cut short his holiday on Monday and Tuesday. We've had some very good discussions, and I want to thank him for that. As I said to him and to the senior colleagues this morning, when an election happens, when governments change, when a new government comes into power, that government no longer remains a government of a political party, one or parties. It becomes a government for the people of Fiji. And that is how I see my role as the Minister of Finance, and as the PS said, this is a very, very important ministry. It is a critical ministry in terms of directing the economy, the work of the whole government in a way that helps us to deliver for our people in the country. I want to say to you that, and as the PS put it rightly as well, the civil service is critical for any government. I believe that in some sense we are at a critical juncture in this country. We have had a change of government after a long while, and so the expectations of the people around the country could be huge, could be different, and we as a government and as a minister understand that, and we'll have to manage those expectations in an efficient and an effective manner. I want to also assure you that I have complete confidence in the civil service, and in particular the staff in this ministry. I know that there is a lot of work that goes behind what the ministers come out and say in Parliament and beyond, but the real work is done by people like yourselves. And I want to thank you for doing that, and I hope and I trust that you will do the same with the new government and with the new minister. Civil service, as the PS said, is a very, very critical component of running a country, and especially running the Ministry of Finance. And that is why the neutrality of the civil service, the independence of the civil service, and the staff within the ministry in terms of following the law, in terms of following the procedures, in terms of making sure that every dollar that comes to the government treasury is utilized properly, and there is value for money for that money. And that is what the taxpayers of this country expect any government to do. And my intention and my effort, with the support of all of you, will be to exactly do that. I want to take this opportunity, PS, also to assure the business community, all the stakeholders in the country, that the Ministry of Finance will work in consultation, will have regular dialogue, because I believe in a leadership that is inclusive, that is consultative, that believes in dialogue at all levels. Because I believe that governments, ministries cannot do everything. We have to work with the people, work with the stakeholders, empower them to also deliver for the country. I understand that my predecessor might have had a different style. I want to thank him for the work that he did. And that is the emphasis I want to make. My style may be different, may be at odds with what you have experienced over the last several years. My style is one of humility, one of working with people, having dialogue, and empowering everyone to deliver for the people of Fiji. We, as I said before in my media statements after being sworn in as minister, that I don't believe in willy-nilly changes. I don't believe in change for the sake of change. We will bring about change carefully through dialogue, through consultation, not only within the ministry, within the cabinet, within the government, but also with the people and the stakeholders around the country. In the next few weeks, or before that, I will be meeting as many stakeholders, as many people as possible, to understand, to assure them that we will work with them and work for the people of Fiji. I want to also add that you can expect some changes. Whether those changes are in terms of the way we do things within the ministry. For example, I've already, PS and I have discussed that we would have an economic summit. It would be an annual event. I also want to bring back the Fiscal Review Committee because I believe that through institutionalizing those areas or those attempts or building those institutions would provide us a pathway to engage more deeply, more meaningfully with our stakeholders. On my part, I want to assure all of you, that you are all valued people. I know that. You spend a lot of time and energy working for the people of this country. And I intend to work with you, empower you, and let's all together provide the leadership that is needed, or the economic leadership that is needed at this critical juncture in Fiji's history. And I look forward to working with you. Again, I want to thank all of you who have cut short your leave. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate that. Minabalevu, dhanyawad. Thank you.
Hello and good morning to all of you. Probably this is the first time you seeing me. I spend most of my time in the private sector, but I'm really interested to be here in this ministry, which is an important ministry for Fiji. And we have total confidence in all of you. We had update meeting this morning, and we met the HODs. We saw the crucial task, that work that you did for the last how many years, and that should continue for the next 4 years that we're going to be here. And we have, apart from the confidence, we also ask for your loyalty and trust with each other. And with the main aim of the ministry is to manage our finances well, as try to grow our wealth or grow our pie. And it can be done by us ministers. It should be done by all of you. And with that few words, again, I wish to thank you so much for being here, and especially those who had to come back from your leave. So once again, thank you so much.